Hey, Redeeming Grace Church family and friends, Pastor Josh here with the weekly update. It's coming out a couple days later than it usually is. This is actually Wednesday, January 18th, in case you didn't know, of 2023. That's the year. So also, I want to just point out that actually I have all of my kids' pictures up now. So it's only been a year since we got the last two. So it takes some time to do these things, but they're up. And now some of you can kind of get off my back about the fact that I don't have all of my family up on the shelf. They're now up there, and so there you go. I want to let you know about some things that are coming up, opportunities for us to be a church together. One is for ladies that's happening this Saturday at 10 o'clock. It's going to be a brunch that's going to be at my house. My wife's hosting it. She's kicking me and the kids out. I don't know where we'll go. Hopefully it's not cold outside. But ladies, we encourage you to come. This is something that coming out of the women's retreat, the ladies that put together the women's retreat thought it would be great to continue to meet together as women, just to continue to build relationships, invite new women to come in, and to just facilitate friendship and spiritual conversation. So this is the next one. This is January's. And so would encourage all the women in our church of really any age to come to this event. It'll be fun. There'll be food. There'll be some strategic questions and conversation around a particular topic. I don't know what it is, but it'll be good. And this will be a great way just to serve one another, get to know one another, for there to be friendship within our church. That's the goal. So would encourage you. I know Saturdays are precious, but really I think this would be great. A great opportunity to grow. I don't think you'll regret it. So that's this Saturday. Go to rgcrc.org, click on events, and go ahead and register there, or let me know. Shoot back an email, make a comment on this video, whatever, to let us know so that we can then be planning to make sure that there's enough food and stuff there. So that's what's happening this Saturday. Women would encourage you to consider that. Also, the young adult group that meets on Thursday nights here at the Ministry Center is planning to have a Super Bowl party here. And they want to invite that to anyone that wants to bring some food and join them. So that's the condition, is that maybe you bring something to share. And obviously we can't have our whole church here, but it's not just a young adult group thing. It's a larger thing. So just mark that on your calendar. If you don't have anything else going on, then plan to come here. It'll be fun, and just enjoy some fellowship together and watch the big game on the TV here. Also, the young adult group, you can be praying for them as they're thinking about some outreach opportunities. I'm going to be meeting with them here soon to just think through some ideas. Our Association of Churches has some money set aside for college ministry and college outreach, and it's just been sitting there for years because almost basically none of the churches in our convention are even kind of strong enough to even have a young adult or college ministry. There's just, most of our churches just don't have that. So some of them could, but they don't. And so we've been offered to kind of take that money and take a swing at something. So pray for them about some ideas that they might have to just try to do an outreach or something fun. It's fun to see their gears turn, for ideas to come up, and we just want to know that our young adults matter a lot to us, and college kids in general at the School of Mines and other places, that they matter to us as well, and we want to go get them. So just pray for that as that comes up, and we'll let you know what comes together. There is also, I've been working with Daniel Pawnee-Leggins about some potential work that we might do on the reservation. Also been talking with Chunkawash Ranch and Manderson Community Church to kind of use some of our natural connections and friendships to be engaged there maybe later this spring or even in the summer. So be watching for that. The Lord seems to be opening up some opportunities for maybe us to be of ministry help to existing Christian ministries there, as well as maybe learn a little bit more about what life is like and how to be able to pray for those that live on the reservation. So that's coming down the pike as well. Also, we have a group led by the Holdens. Jacob and Lily Holden have been gathering up 4 or 5 families to do a foster care wrap team. I don't know if you remember back in the fall, we had Kids Belong. Damon and Christy Woolsey come as part of Kids Belong, who help facilitate churches engaging the orphan needs within our community, particularly around foster care and adoption. And they encouraged us to consider putting together a wrap team, which I forget what that stands for, but essentially to come around foster parents and make sure that they don't get burned out. So we actually have one developing within our church. Jacob and Lily Holden are taking the lead on that. There are other couples in our church who have agreed to also kind of joined forces together to put together a team that would wrap around a foster care family in our community and be responsive to needs and support, so that the very few foster care families that are in our community, we need more, don't burn out and aren't alone, and that they stay in the game, because these kids need people to stay in the game. So that's one way that we're going to be engaging that. So if you're interested in being part of a RAP team, we're going to talk more about that. I'm going to have Jacob share on a Sunday sometime what they're doing, as well as our next members meeting, family meeting. I guess he won't be there, but I'll talk a little bit about it there. And so if you're interested in being involved in that, that's coming up as well. And then don't forget that our Life Inc. Classes that Scott Martin leads is going to be kicking off here in February on Wednesday nights. Would encourage you to just come for a meal. The classes are covered, the meals are covered. So really, it's just good to have people there who are ministry minded, who will just share a meal around the table. Don't feel bad. That's why they have the meal, is to allow people, and there's always extra food. So go ahead and come. Maybe even invite someone to come with you and enjoy a free meal that you can feed your family with. That's what I do. And then it really is great when around the tables there is a significant church presence. That really is helpful. That really means a lot, and it really does work, because those relationships around the table, then people begin to feel comfortable coming into the church, because they're actually going to know somebody, and it's maybe not going to be as weird as as intimidating as they thought, because they actually know a person there. So don't underestimate that. And you could go all 8 weeks. You could sit in on the classes. I did that last time. Bree and I sat in on a class. It was really good. We really enjoyed it. And so you can go to the classes. You could just go for a meal. You could go all 8 weeks. You could just pick one. I would encourage you to pick at least one. Maybe set aside one Wednesday to go, let's go see it. We can put up with whatever is going on for whatever 30 minutes, 40 minutes that dinner takes. We can, for a meal, just sit at a table, try to strike up a conversation, and at least see the ministry firsthand and pray for what's going on. Maybe think about that, of doing at least one. That way, if you run into people who have needs, you can also point them with some measure of information and experience of going, you should go to that program. It's really good. I'll help you sign up. So many reasons why this would be a good thing to be involved in. Lastly, I just want to let you know how great the Sunday morning growth class has been. How to study the Bible. That's been really fun. We're 2 weeks in, and it's just really, really fun to essentially just talk a little bit about some principles on how to read your Bible better, and then to actually in groups just throw a passage out. Hey, you guys work on this. And then after about 5 minutes, we go, what'd you learn? What'd you learn? And it's just very interactive, and it's pretty amazing to see even like very veteran Bible study people like Justin, who is getting his doctorate in this kind of stuff, and teaches this stuff at the college level, to see him make discoveries and learn things from someone who's new to sharing the Bible. Also to see people who are newer to the faith that maybe are reading a passage for the first time, and to see the wonder in their eyes and to see how it all connects to Jesus. Like, all those light bulbs are going on, and I don't want you to miss it. So would encourage you on the Lord's Day to not just be the Lord's hour or hour and a half of worship, but the Lord's Day. Whenever you see in Scripture about people spending the Lord's Day, it's always with people, around teaching and serving. That's how the Sabbath was celebrated, was in community, not in isolation, around people, around teaching, around serving one another. It wasn't idleness and isolation, it was togetherness. And so it would be good for your soul and good for the souls of others if you maybe thought about the fact that at 9:15 would be a good time to come and just participate in the wonder of getting to know our Bibles well, and discovering the truths of God together in that class. Would highly recommend it, and would love to just make a plug for you to at least consider it. Come try it out. I think you'll really like it. I think you'll grow, and I think it'll be addicting to behold God through His Word in new and fresh ways with other people. It's really fun. So I love you. Find some way to encourage someone today. We're going to be talking about words this coming Sunday. James chapter 3, it's going to be convicting, but also would love for you to already beginning to prepare your heart, and maybe think about someone in the church that you could text or give a call and just say, hey, I was thinking about you. I want to pray for you. Is there anything going on? You never underestimate the power of just a brief encouragement and a brief acknowledgement that you're thinking and praying for someone. Let me know if there's a way that I can be praying for you and serving you, and I hope you have a great week.